everyone, my name is Feita and let's go. Hello everybody, welcome back to American Textbook Reading Exercise. I am your host Ryan Stewart and we are studying Social Studies, Book 3. Lesson or Unit 3, Types of Communities. So there are many types of communities. In this unit, we will discover the different places where we live and how to deserve them. How can we deserve the different place that we live? Okay, so as usual, let's begin with the vocabulary section. Are you ready? Let's begin. Okay, in the vocabulary section, our first word actually is two words because it's an adjective and a noun adjective urban. Noun urban. Actually, we can just call this a city or a big town. You probably live in an urban area. An urban area is a large area with many houses, not just house like a one-story house, but big apartment buildings. Lots of stores, many office buildings, full of streets, many cars going back and forth. Be careful in urban. Especially as in areas, usually is a big or is a large city. So I wonder choose them one in a verbs. And I think urban are okay, noun or verb on that. So I'm trusting we will all more these problem walk downtown because there are many office buildings. When they want to go home, they want to stay them in this house. Oh. And that's truth of first. You want a place outside the city with maybe homes or where our family live. And it's a one-story, maybe a two-story building, and there's many trees and the streets and the weather, not as much traffic, so a suburb. So we have the many house. In the suburb, not many, but it's maybe a grocery store, maybe a laundromat, something like that. You have people living there. Just usually it's just houses, homes everywhere. Okay, that's a suburb. Next we have a crowded. Now crowded, we think of an urban area, right? We just learned urban area. Urban area, there are many people living and working close together. Is a field. So with lots of people, it's a very crowded. Okay, and we have things like crowded business. And if you go to the city on the bus gets more. But people with is really not. So that is next we have a suburb set. It is underway in the path is underway. So there below for sometimes the suburban up or something that usually the subway goes in the town underground under the city. So it can go really fast and carry many people from one place to another item, and it's a railroad. A train is on a track. You have a rail or road. And two rails is a railroad system. It's got many different places. It's a system with usually underground, underway, underground. Interesting word. And okay, it's about maybe you take the subway to school, or maybe your father or your mother take the subway to work. Okay, really, or now you get outside of the city, you may be in the mountains or in the fields, in the valleys, and there are a lot of trees, and there are many fields, and the farmers grow crop and raise animals in a row or we also call the countryside countryside because it's a natural, because a developed. Oh, it's a 6. It is a January, about February, about rainy water, river, mountains, and December we have. So we have a countryside. Next we have a food, and like I said, in the countryside, farmer. So we have the mangrove plant on that. A food in open is when open with. We have the flat or certain branch. You grow rice fields. So grow corn is a cornfield, and field is a place of open ground where people, farmers, grow plants, and okay, that's a field. Also, by the way, you can also have a field where you play sports. You can have a baseball field. A soccer field is not just for a plant; it's an open area used for some reason. Okay. Next, we have office building. Where do you find an office building? Yes, you find an office building is in an urban area, right? In the city, you find an office building. So an office building, of course, is a large building. It has many stories. It has many floors, floor 1 to 4, 15 now. It's a really tall building, but it is a large building, contain many office. Many people go there, have a desk, they have a computer, and they have a phone. Well, like maybe they're nowadays, but they do work. They meet others, plan projects. They do work. Is a building is where your mom and your dad goes for his and her job. Okay, so office building. Now the next word is an adjective. Is a desert. What a place is like. Now think about this. Is an urban area, noisy, or is a ruler are noisy. So where usually we think about urban area being noisy. And because noisy means making loud or lesbian sounds. So if you are in a city, you can hear beeping, their horn beeping. You are contrasting workers using machine to break the ground, right? You can hear the subway, going underground. Sometimes they have the vents. You can hear the noise, click, click, click. They're all these loud and unpleasant noise around you as you are in the city. So another reason people don't like to live in the city, they want to live in the suburbs or in the countryside because it's quieter, it's not noisy. So in the city, it's very noisy. Next, we have quiet. Quiet is the opposite of noisy in the city. In the countryside, it is quiet. Yes, you might have accounts. Going in the morning, you have a rooster. Going white, so that's noisy, but usually is very quiet and calm and peaceful in the countryside. So quiet is making very little. It's also what your teacher says when you are supposed to make a test or study by yourself. Your test, they say, shh, be quiet, don't make noise. Okay, good. Okay, learn. Let's talk about different types of communities. Now we have different types of communities, and we have 3 different types of communities we can see on this page. So the first one is urban area, as I said, right? The city, right? Urban area, and it's an urban area. What can you see? Well, you can see that there are many people, lots of people, many avenues, streets, and stores, and skyscrapers, and beside skyscrapers. Remember office building I said it had 50 floors. Wow, that's really tall. It's science. And goodbye. See you again. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. Bye bye.